Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Purgatory, brought to you by Force Strategy Gaming. In this week's episode, we have got discussion of Diablo 3's economy, hardcore arena in the game, Gamescom this week, and the recently released Path of Exile beta. Major concerns have been raised concerning the economy in Diablo 3. For those of you who have experience with the prior game, Diablo 2, you will know that the game's economy was lackluster at best. Now, concerns for Diablo 3's economy are compounded by the addition of the real money auction house. Now that real-world money is on the line, the player base wants to be certain that Diablo 3's economy will be healthy and balanced. One of these major concerns is oversaturation of the market. If too many items flood the market, especially the high-end items, then that devalues the economy as a whole. So plans to deal with this, the biggest concerns are duping, botting, and hacking. When these things take place, it is very easy for the economy to become fully oversaturated and devalue everything, and the average player basically has no chance of making any sort of profit off of the auction house, be it the gold auction house or the real money auction house. Now, plans for dealing with this botting, duping, and hacking are, well, the online-only requirement. Recently announced as of the past few weeks, the fact that you will be required to be online constantly while playing Diablo 3 better helps Blizzard deal with this issue. Having all information of all activities that take place during gameplay recorded server-side for Blizzard, if any suspicious activity takes place, this will allow them to deal with it promptly. Now, that is, of course, but one part of it. This will help them deal with the duping, the botting, and the hacking. But what about farmers? Farmers will be existent in Diablo 3. There will be farmers. People will be paid to play the game all day and try to flood the market as much as possible. Well, the idea behind this and their preventative measure is the extreme rarity of the highest end items. The most valuable items will be incredibly difficult to find, and as a result, they are hoping, fingers crossed, that this upper echelon of gear will not ever flood the economy, even if farmers do exist. I should say, even though farmers will exist. Death while playing hardcore mode is permanent, or is it? Evidently, the jury is still out as to whether or not dying on your hardcore character while playing the arena in Diablo 3 will be permanent. Now, while you're playing the single player or co-op gameplay, the PvE portion of the game, if you die on a hardcore character, that is it. You lose everything, your gear, your gold, everything you have accumulated from the start to the end of your character's life. However, the concern with the PvP arena is that, you know, given its nature, 2 players enter, 1 exits, and the major concern is as to whether or not the Diablo 3 hardcore PvP community could exist at all if this was the case. If every time you enter the arena, 50% of that population gets dropped instantly after 1 match, well, then there won't be much of a community for very long. Everyone would have to relevel their characters. Now, people obviously are still hoping to have this in the game, and there should, I believe, be at least some sort of dueling that allows you to have a kind of last man standing. This is it. If you die, you lose your character. I think the essence of hardcore necessitates this. But if the arena wants to be a sandbox for the hardcore players to play around in, I can certainly kind of understand that as well. Why don't you guys go ahead and give me your thoughts and opinions below, though. Do you think that in hardcore arena, if you die, that should be it? Or would you like the opportunity to be able to have your hardcore character for PvE, but still be able to play around in the arena and not lose everything you've accomplished in the single-player game? Gamescom is upon us. Starting this Wednesday, the 17th, in Cologne, Germany, Gamescom will be taking place. And yes, as mentioned in prior videos, prior Purgatories, and podcasts, there will be a showcasing of Diablo 3. If you are attending this year's Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, you can expect to play a demo version of Diablo 3. This is supposed to be much like the one that was available at the 2010 BlizzCon, so if you're already there, you probably won't be seeing much more. However, if you couldn't make it to Gamescom, and chances are if you live in Europe that not a lot of people were able to make the trip over, then this is a great opportunity to play the Diablo 3 demo. In addition to the demo itself, there will be Diablo 3 development team interviews as well as a performance. Now, heaven knows as to what the performance could possibly be, but certainly something I'm looking forward to finding out more information about. And there was also a little teaser on the main page there announcing their showcasing at Gamescom, stating, as a side note, any rumors you have heard about the gates of Diablo's Burning Hells opening in Cologne are completely unfounded. Seriously, nothing is going to happen at Rudolph Platz at the evening of August 16th. Especially nothing to do with demonic invasions. Now, this was completely unprompted and obviously leads us to believe that something will obviously occur on the evening of August 16th at Rudolph Platz. So stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to seeing what it could be. Obviously, we can speculate till our faces turn blue as to what that could be. Beta announcements, maybe additional systems, anything like that. We still, of course, have to find out what the Inferno mode for Diablo 3 is going to be. But either way, we'll be finding out August 16th during the evening, despite what Blizzard says. And lastly, this is obviously not directly tied to Diablo 3, but the Path of Exile beta has just started, and I have received a beta key. My plan is to do some sort of a let's play or a walkthrough of the game, and I want to let everyone know on Purgatory simply because, you know, this is an action RPG much in the vein of Diablo. So if you're interested in Diablo, you may very well be interested in this. I will be showcasing this series on the channel. No episodes are up as of today, Monday, but I will be making some recordings. Some may come through this evening, and you can expect them to be scattered throughout the week. So if you're interested in Path of Exile, go ahead and take a look. But if you're still waiting on Diablo 3, well, should be here in a few weeks. The beta, at least, not the release. Alrighty, guys and gals, well, that does it for this episode of Purgatory. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please be certain to subscribe. We do Purgatory episodes every Monday, DiabloCast, our Diablo 3 podcast, every Friday, and then as soon as the Diablo 3 beta starts, oh boy, there will be a lot of Diablo content, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.